I'm Greg Binder, manager of the marina. We'd like to welcome you to our pontoon rental boat program. While boating is great fun, driving a boat does come with a responsibility. This training video is to help you understand some of the basics of safe boating so you will be more confident and able to have more fun. And watching this video will be very helpful in passing our required safety quiz. Watch it as often as you want. And to help yourself out, it's a good idea to identify a second adult on board as a co-captain to help you with the boat operation and passenger safety. Let them watch it too. Two heads are better than one. When you cast off from our docks, you are responsible for the safe operation of the boat and the safety of your passengers and other people and property surrounding you. Just like driving your car, you are also responsible for any damages you may cause while operating the boat. So let's jump right in with some basic information and get you safely on your way. Let's cover the safety gear on your boat. Each rental boat has up to 12 life jackets. We also have youth-size life jackets. If you are boating with an infant or small toddler, you'll need to provide your own infant life jacket. By law, any person 12 and under must be in a life jacket anytime the boat is in motion. While those over the age of 12 are not required to have a life jacket on, we strongly recommend that at any time anyone's in the water, a life jacket should be worn, or at least with them. Even a strong swimmer can have moments where they get tired or cramped and need one. If anyone in your party can't swim, they may feel safer wearing one anytime they're on the water. Each boat is also equipped with a square throw cushion that is designed to be easily tossed to someone who falls overboard or who is already in the water and is in distress. Your boat has an anchor with 50 feet of rope attached to the bow. You will always anchor off the bow of the boat. The anchor is an important safety tool. If you have any problems and you want to keep the boat from moving, just drop the anchor. Perhaps the most important piece of gear in your boat is your cell phone. If you have any problem with the boat, just give us a call. The daytime and evening numbers are on each boat. If you have any medical emergency, call 911. It's important to keep track of the weather during your day on the water. Your phone is essential to be aware of the latest weather conditions and alerts. Let's take a quick look at the controls of the pontoon. The steering wheel is similar to your car. Turn left to go left, turn right to go right. The throttle control has a shift lever, ignition key, and the kill switch lanyard. All of these are critical to get the boat started. The kill switch lanyard is designed to pull off in case of emergency. It must be pushed in for the motor to start. There are 3 positions to the shift lever. Neutral is in the middle, and it will click. Forward is up or towards the front of the boat. Reverse is down. Moving the shift lever forward from neutral, you'll feel another click, which is idle speed. Moving further will increase your speed forward. To go in reverse, move the throttle towards the rear of the boat or down. On the console are a number of gauges. Pay attention to 3: the depth finder, the tachometer, which is the RPM gauge, and the trim gauge. The depth finder tells you how deep the water is below the boat. It will have an alarm set at 3 feet because that's what pontoons need. If you see that you are in 4 feet of water or hear the alarm sound, you should stop and back out of the area and go to deeper water. This is a shallow lake. The depth finder is a critical tool. The tachometer is important because you need to stay under 1,000 RPMs to comply with the idle zone rules and if you want to go slow. The trim gauge tells how far the motor is in the water. Your trim switch is located on the shift lever. Now that you're familiar with the controls, let's get ready to leave the dock. Before you leave the dock, we need to balance the boat. By that, we mean to make sure all your passengers and gear are seated and spread evenly on board. Too much weight in the bow can cause the water to flood the boat. These boats will not sink, but if the boat is overloaded towards the front, it's much easier for a wave to come over the front and surprise, everybody gets wet. Trim the motor fully down so that the prop is in the water before starting the motor, and make sure the area around the motor is clear of debris, obstacles, ropes, and most importantly, people. Put the throttle in neutral. To start the motor, push in the key and turn it to the right. Release the key once the motor starts. Once the motor is running, look for a stream of water coming out the side of the engine. This indicates that the engine is being cooled properly. If you do not see a stream of water, the engine will overheat. Stop the engine and call the marina for assistance. You are ready to leave the dock. Make sure the motor is pointed straight back and slowly shift into reverse idle. Slow is good. Now that you are moving, there are 3 key phrases we would like to make sure you get in your mind. 1, boats don't have brakes. 2, if you don't know, go slow. 3, learn before you turn. Let's quickly break them down. This is the number 1 driving tip we can give you. Boats don't have brakes. The way you slow down is to first put the throttle in neutral. This will only stop the propulsion of the boat, but the boat will continue to coast in the direction it was going. To slow down and ultimately stop, you need to center your steering first and gently apply reverse throttle until you are stopping. Then return the throttle to neutral. And to keep your passengers from lurching all over, it's nice to let them know you are putting the boat in reverse. If you don't know, go slow. While it's fun to go fast, the amount of damage that can be done rapidly increases the faster you go. Boats handle differently than cars, especially steering, so go slow to minimize any problems that might occur. Take some time to get a feel for the throttle and how the boat handles, away from other boats and obstructions. Most people have a tendency to over-throttle. Learn before you turn. Know where your steering wheel is before going forward or in reverse. If you apply the throttle too quickly with the wheel turn, the boat can fishtail or slide and hit objects next to your boat. Center your wheel and always put the boat in gear slowly. Be aware of your surroundings and plot your course safely, avoiding any hazards. Avoid sharp turns. Unexpected turns can throw your passengers around and cause unneeded anxiety. Winds can also affect your boat, making it hard to turn. To account for the wind, slowly adjust your speed and steering. When passing other boats, allow plenty of distance between you and the other boat. If you encounter a sailboat, a paddleboard, or a kayak, you must give them the right of way. Now that the boat is started and safely underway, here are a few additional points to help maximize your fun and minimize your problems. Geist is a very shallow lake with many areas where there is just a few feet of water. For the most part, these are clearly marked with shallow water markers. Be aware of them and give them a wide berth. If you see more than one or a line of shallow water markers near each other, treat them as a fence. Do not go between them or through them. No riding outside the fence. It's against the law. All passengers must be inside the fence when the boat is moving. No exceptions. We recommend all passengers be seated when you are moving. When you are approaching a dock, do not have a passenger assist with docking by putting an arm or leg out between the boat and the dock to slow down and stop the boat. Pontoons are heavy, and it's easy to get hurt this way. Approach slowly and use the throttle gently to control your approach speed. While we allow alcohol on the boats, drinking and driving a boat carries the same penalties as driving a car. You must have a designated driver. DNR and other law enforcement patrol the lake and can stop you and check for intoxication or controlled substances if they see any indications. Don't drive under the influence. Be respectful of others on the lake. Geist is a populated area. Others can see and hear whatever is going on in and around your boat. Be mindful of not disturbing the peace or infringing on the rights of others to have a peaceful day on the lake. I'm sure you've enjoyed the ride so far. Maybe it's time to stop, swim, eat lunch, or just relax. Here's how to set the anchor so everyone can take a break. First, pick your spot. Pick a spot away from the shore and out of any traffic. Lower the anchor until it hits the bottom. For most of our lake, that's 15 feet or less. Once it's on the bottom, continue to let out the anchor line for another 15 feet, or double the water depth. Once you've let out enough line, cleat the line to a forward cleat like this. When finished, your anchor line should be at about a 45-degree angle. Take notice of your surroundings. Pick something recognizable and note where it is. If you notice it's moved while you are anchored, check your anchor to see if you have drifted. Always have someone stay on the boat in case it gets blown by the winds. Remember, it's hard to swim fast enough to catch a drifting boat. There is a swim ladder on the stern of the pontoon by the motor. Remember this little saying at all times: if someone's in the water, don't be running the motor. Once everyone is finished swimming and back on board, do a head count. Pull the ladder in and secure it before taking off. A quick note about swimming. Please do not dive head first off the pontoon. This is a shallow lake with poor visibility. You won't know what's below you and you can get hurt. Go in feet first or use a swim ladder. Make sure you check your depth finder before you get in. It's best if the depth is 8 feet or more. Here's how to pull up the anchor. With the anchor line still cleated, grab the line and pull. You should be able to pull in the line slowly until the boat is over the anchor and the line is pointing straight down. Wash off the mud and stow it under the front corner seat. Remember to plan to have the boat back by the end of your rental period. As you approach the rental docks, our staff will direct you to a spot at the gas dock. They will check you back in and they will fill up your tank. You'll be responsible for the gas. Please pay at the gas house. That's all you need to know about our boat operation. If you have any questions, be sure to ask our staff during check-in. Thank you for choosing Geist Marina for your day on the water. We hope to see you back soon. Have a boatiful day.